Capitalist warrior digs his grave with a voice that could make demons quiver. He's the prognosticator, the truth giver, blasting through the speakers with dead precision. His words cut deep, causing global division. CIA levels of assessment, he's got them all, unmasking the lies, watching empires fall. Ruthless and relentless, he takes a stand, bringing the hammer down on the corruption on the land. No politician, no pundit is safe from his wrath. He's the business badass, here on the warpath. Ghost, predicting the future. Ghost, sparking synapses. Ghost, the badass of business. Yeah, now get ready. True Capitalist Radio starts right now. Now. Fucking bucks.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of none other than the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 718. Episode number 718 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread this show across the internets and throughout the world. And let everybody you know, let them all know that the True Capitalist Radio broadcast is in effect and in the house. It is episode number 718, and if you could please excuse the voice a little bit, folks. I've been going 100 miles an hour ever since the last Ghost show, which was almost 10 hours, by the way, and I was on the True Capitalist Radio member chat yesterday for about 5 or 6 hours, covering the debates, which we're going to talk about here shortly. But I'm going to go ahead and start off by discussing a little bit about the markets. How about that? Put the PC shot on, folks. Hold on. Before I get to the PC shot on, I got to adjust some display settings for a second. Before you people start saying boomer versus tech, let me get that done out of the way right now. All right, we go ahead and do that. Put the PC shot on, folks. Let's go ahead and do this.
I'd buy that for $1.
My toilet makes the same sounds as your intro song.
Well, that's great. All right. I don't know what the hell the problem is there, Menno Ray. But folks, today we had a very interesting thing that happened in the market today because we saw CPI, the Consumer Price Index, go down, which is what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. It actually is now down to 2.5%. Now, if y'all recollect, many of you that have been listening to me for True Capitalist Radio going back to when I started doing them out of Spotify there for a brief minute in 2022, you all can recollect that I said that the Federal Reserve was going to compromise and potentially cut rates at about 2.5%. And as you can see, many people are anticipating a rate cut. We just don't know when and how much. And that's why you had a very interesting topsy-turvy day in the market today. We started off in the negative, and then we ended up in the positive, all right? And the big one, Noob, Buenos Tardes, Mr. Fat, thank you for your participation and helping pass the Patriot Act. That was a Rumble rant, by the way. And Camaro RS09, hey, Ghost, I hope you're doing fine. That Styx situation was disturbing to see. Well, I don't really want to make a comment on that. I was a little disturbed by it as well. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. And I want to say what's up to everybody in the True Capitalist Radio member chat. We have finally fixed the situation when it comes to the chat box on the bottom left of the screen. So cheers to everybody in there, man. But let's take a look at the markets here. Once again, CPI inflation data comes out at about 2.5%, which is what I said they will compromise at before they drop interest rates, which is what it looks like they're going to do. So you take a look at the Dow today. It was down, actually, because of a couple of insurance stocks that didn't really meet the street's expectations. But the Dow ended up closing on the plus side, 0.31%, closing out the Dow at 40,861.71 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P 500. It is also up today. It is up 1.07%, closing out the S&P at 5,554.13 points for the S&P 500. And we've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up today considerably, 2.17% on the day, closing out the NASDAQ. Hey, cheers to Duke Orville. Fun watching the debate last night with you all. Cheers. That's right, Duke Orville was in the chat. True Capitalist Radio member chat. Thank you very much for the 10 beers, Duke Orville. And we're going to talk about that debate here in a second. I just want to run through the financials here, and then we're going to go ahead and get to it. And what is this? JSEV started at a negative and ended at a positive. Is that a personal? Dude, shut up, JSEV, all right? But anyway, the NASDAQ closed out today at 17,395.53 points for the NASDAQ, all right? Gold today also went down very modestly, which is interesting, but gold is still above 2,500. It is Dow $2,540.20 per barrel, per troy ounce of gold. Now let's get to the barrels of WTI sweet crude oil. Take a look at that oil price. All right. I mean, it is down modestly today, 0.01%, but the oil price today is $67.30 per barrel of WTI sweet crude oil. Now, as I stated, folks, once again, we are in the range of where the Fed is going to potentially cut rates. And in my personal opinion, folks, it seems as if they're very ready to pull the trigger when it comes to the meeting that they're going to have in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which they have every September, and it's going to be on the 18th. So everybody, all eyes on the 18th. It's whether or not they're going to pull the trigger on rate cuts and to how much. And that's why everybody is kind of all over the place on whether or not they're going to, and if they are, how much. So that's why everybody's a little topsy-turvy in the markets, all right? Now, with that being said, let's go a little bit over crypto here. Put the PC shot on. Now, I had told you folks in the previous show when the Bitcoin price was at about 54,000, I said that there's a bottom here in this next dip, and that you should probably try to find that bottom and able to get some coin. And as you can see from the last time we were talking,
I'd buy that for $1.
What the hell did you say? What was the price point? You should shit yourself for dude, shut up, all right? If you're going to say something on text-to-speech, say something positive, and I don't mean HIV positive, all right? But anyway, take a look at the Bitcoin price right now, $57,000, 411. I mean, look, folks, I personally believe that once they start pulling they pull the trigger on rate cuts, we're going to start seeing not just Bitcoin, but most assets begin to rise. And I believe that not just Bitcoin, but maybe some altcoins in general become a hedge, like gold, like silver, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's just put it that way. And moreover, I think the crypto game is very short term. It is very fickle. And also, it is a very, very volatile market. Now, just a 411. I think that everybody should take a look, in my opinion. And I already gave the 411 to this to the TCR chat when it was around these levels here. But take a look at Cardano. Okay, ADA is the symbol.
I'd buy that for $1.
Your HIV, AIDS burger.
Dude, don't call me AIDS burger, all right? All right, that was some stupid meme that you idiots made in the last Ghost show, and I don't want to talk about it. That's not funny. All right, but anyway, I would take a look at Cardano, and the reason I'm saying that is because they just adapted a new governance program amongst their community, and I think it might be a very short-term spike here in the next...
I'd buy that
Oh,
for $1.
God, are you kidding me?
We'd like to inform you the burger you ate contained AIDS blood in the ketchup. AIDS piss in the mustard, and AIDS cum in the mayo.
Can y'all
We are
cut this
sorry
crap
to say
out,
you are
please?
likely HIV positive now. That's why we are closed down. Sorry for the inconvenience.
All right, dude, that's enough of this AIDS burger crap. That's enough.
Here's a joke, Mr. AIDS Burger. Who are the fastest readers? 9/11 victims.
Oh,
they went
you
through 89
idiot.
stories in only 10 seconds.
You macabre piece of shit. You macabre jerk. Look, all right, I'm trying to give you guys a little 411 on some potential money plays here on Cardano, the cryptocurrency ADA. As you can see, it's at 34 cents. I told everybody in the IC and in the True Capitalist Radio member chat to take a look at it at 33 cents. This thing should pop up here in the next few months, if not sooner. This is a short-term play, all right? This is a short-term play to be able to make some coin on, so just FYI, all right? So you're welcome on that one, all right? Everybody, you're welcome. Anyway, we got, Megamax 578. And by the way, I do want to acknowledge Megamax. I'm going to do your video on the next Ghost Show. And I also want to acknowledge Denominator, who has been frequently hooking up videos on the Ghost Show. I will read your donations. I will hook up your videos on the next Ghost Show. So cheers to Denominator. And of course, We Was Peanuts, Megamax 578. I do want to acknowledge Duke Orville with 10 beers. Fun watching the debate with you all last night. Cheers. And by the way, we had a great time. There was none of this text-to-speech nonsense. There was no trolls to mess it up. I had a great time last night with the True Capitalist Radio member chat, and they were the ones that heard the assessment that I gave in real time of the debate, and I thought it was a great time. I mean, I was saying things before the candidates even thought they were going to say them, and it was a great time. And I would like to remind everybody, if you want to be a part of something exclusive like that, because that's what I do on the True Capitalist Radio member chat, hook us up. All right? True Capitalist Radio membership right here. There's 2 tiers of it. By the way, I'm going to get the first sports, I shouldn't call it a sports card, but a trading card.
At what price point would you shit yourself for content?
Jesus Christ, I'm not acknowledging that serious question, by the way. Listen, the first trading card that we're going to give out has come in. Oh, Jesus.
Why were the people inside the Twin Towers upset? They ordered pepperoni pizza and all they got was 2 planes.
Dude, what the fuck kind of people are you that you're going to make that kind of sick-ass macabre joke on this day?
I'd buy that.
I mean, seriously.
A law firm in one of the Twin Towers ordered a pepperoni pizza, but all they got was a plane.
Look, listen, I'm going to end the show, dude, if y'all are going to be making fun of 9/11 and or calling me AIDS Burger. All right? This is going to be a very short show. I'm not fucking joking around. So cut the crap. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, once again, thank you to Duke Orville. And the trading cards, the first trading card for this month has come in, and I'm going to mail them to all the True Capitalist Radio members exclusively. All right? And that's another perk of being a part of the True Capitalist Radio membership.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'll get to you in a minute, President Jay. Aside from exclusive events like we had last night with the coverage of the debate, you also are going to get a exclusive trading card of, it's not just yours truly, characters of the show. It's going to be fucking awesome. Hey, fuck you, age trading cards. Shut up. Jesus Christ. And by the way, let me honor JSav. He said, started out as a negative, ended up as a positive. Is that your personal story? Yeah, fuck you, asshole. Excuse my French for talking that crap. And by the way, President Jay, I'll get to your link in a second. But let's make a transition. No pun intended, by the way. And let's talk about the presidential debates last night. Now, I know out there in MAGA world, everybody and their brother saw a completely different debate than those of us that were level-headed and were actually looking at it objectively, all right? And this headline says it all. Put the PC shot on. Presidential debate TV review. Kamala Harris baits raging Donald Trump into his worst himself in face-off. And let me tell you, I thought that Trump last night looked horrible. As a matter of fact, did you notice that Trump didn't even look at Kamala Harris once? He looked specifically at the moderators. He looked very stoic. He looked very low energy. And it's a vast contrast from the man that I supported back in 2016. And I don't understand what it was about this debate that made Trump look a little shook, as far as I'm concerned. He looked very shook. He didn't stare. Oh, Jesus. Rock Ape!
On September 11, 2001, I was in geometry class. On that day, we learned you can remove one side of a pentagon by intersecting it with a plane.
Oh, you fucking pieces of shit. Listen, if y'all are going to continue these text-to-speeches, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm not joking around. I'm not putting up with this crap on 9/11. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, as I was stating, Trump didn't look very well. He didn't look very good. And by the way, if you had a drinking game, every time that he mentioned immigrants, migrants, dangerous people, any of that shit, you would have been taken to the hospital for alcohol poisoning, for heaven's sake. I mean, he would invoke migrants and immigrants in conversations, in debates that had nothing to do with that subject. And it was fucking unbelievable. I mean, I remember a very vibrant, a very confident Trump in 16. Y'all remember that Trump? Wasn't afraid to engage with the opponents on the stage, wasn't afraid to look at them and directly confront them, was very confident, didn't take donors' money, by the way. Now he's selling himself out to whoever gives him a few bucks. This is a vast contrast from the Trump today.
I'd buy that for a
Oh, Jesus, hold on. This is an audio file, folks.
United 93 is with you at flight level 350. When a little light, United 93 checking in 350.
What the hell?
United 93 is 350. Roger, United 93. Traffic for you is 1 o'clock. 12 miles eastbound 370. Negative contact. We're looking United 93.
Oh, my God.
United.
Somebody made a fucking AI song about United 93. That was the plane that went down in Shanksville, right?
Verify 350. United 93, verify your flight level 350.
Are you kidding
United
me?
93, verify your level 350.
I'm sorry we're listening to this. I'm sorry. Oh, and here's my gay sexual
Did you know the
harasser.
9/11 victims were fast readers? They could go through 50
Can y'all
stories
stop
in 7 seconds.
saying that fucking lame joke already? That's the third time I've heard it. Jesus Christ.
Genders used to be like the Twin Towers. There were 2 of them until the Jews got involved.
Oh, dude, fuck you. Hey, ACLU, I didn't say that. That was fucking Kirk Johnson, all right? The Wiesenthal Association, that was fucking Kirk Johnson, all right?
Buy that for $1.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, and I'll get to turkey taters in a minute. We got Valentine Broadcasting with a Rumble rant. Did you see the U.S. announce $700 million in aid for UK's energy grid? What the fuck? Doesn't the cartel have enough?
Buy that for $1.
Well, you know, we can all view things in a different capacity. Hold on just a second. I gotta stop this. We're getting a lot of buy me a coffees here. And for whatever reason, Buy Me a Coffee doesn't instantly update anymore. I think that's fucking lame and it's horrible. But let me get to President J. President J said, did you see the great news? This is not AI. This is a real photo. And are you talking about the fireman that convinced Joe Biden to wear a Trump hat? Is that what you're going to do? Yeah, yes, of course it is. Put the PC shot on.
I'd buy that
There
for
it is.
$1.
And now we got Mr.
I
Nguyen.
watch stupid debate GI. Why all fat men have bad takes. GI is retarded. That why Hambone vote Trump 2016. Trump equals geriatric. Maybe Trump is Hambone's husband. Fuck you, G.I.
Come
Jane.
on. All right,
Also,
that's
9/11
enough.
busting the Jews to crash into Twin
That's
Towers
enough,
'cause
Mr.
Ghost is
Nguyen.
Jew.
That's enough, all right? Jesus Christ. And here we have, I don't know, who convinced him.
For $1.
And wait, we got Megamax with 4 beers, for Christ's sake. Hold on there, Megamax, all right? And Feminist Socialist with the Rumble rant said he did it on purpose to get back at the Democrats. I don't know. I just think that they convinced him. You know, he's got nothing to lose. He doesn't care. He's out there visiting. You know, he's out there doing his thing. So anyway, that was courtesy of President J, all right? And Turkey Tater said, Ghost is now confirmed to be a liberal Russian shill. Type L in the chat if you think he's a shill. First of all, Turkey Taters, I hate Russia. I mean, that's the whole reason why I'm not, well, one of the many reasons, but the main reason why I'm not pro-Trump. Because Trump is a damn Russian simp. And I hate Russia. Why? Because we have been dealing with these people ever since the fall of the USSR, and it's the same shit.
At the World Trade Center restaurant, they offered 3 seating areas.
Oh,
smoking,
God.
non-smoking, and burned beyond recognition.
Dude, let me tell you something. If y'all are going to continue with these sick-ass 9/11 jokes and y'all are going to do... I'm going to have to end this show. I am not going to allow you people to desecrate the memory of those poor people that perished on that day. So let me tell you something. You people need to calm the hell down if you want me to continue with this damn show. I can tell you that right goddamn now. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I was stating, didn't look good for Trump. All right? And I know many of you magatards are going to be saying that, oh, you know, you're a shill. Or he looked horrible. He looked horrible. And Chaser Bibbs, I would call this a good day, but it's good to see you. Or you wouldn't call this a good day, but it's good to see you.
I'd buy that for a
Oh, great. Arn Hammond.
The towers went down faster than you did on Urinator at Luther's.
Dude, listen to me. I'm going to end this fucking show. Shut up. Enough of this crap. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Chaser Bibbs with a Rumble rant. I hope you're doing well, and the debate was the greatest form of entertainment where you can't find the greatest morons. Well, let me tell you, the debate wasn't the greatest I've ever seen. Let's put it that way, all right? And trolling the interwebs, it didn't look good for Harris either. Trump just looked worse. Now, that's what I'm telling you, trolling the interwebs, all right? I don't know who the hell that Trump was last night. Oh, God. What?
L because Ghost is a pack salesman who inject AIDS into our burgers to spread the AIDS burger. It started at World Trade Center and they melted steel beams to cover it up and give cancer to responders.
What?
It was actually burger AIDS and they died of it VV.
Dude, I'm sorry. For everybody that's out there that wants to hear, the serious conversation, the serious discussion, my apologies, man. I mean, look at these fucking people.
I'd buy that for $1.
Bitcan salesman now.
Have you heard of the 9/11 sex position?
What?
It's double penetration with lots of push involved.
Oh, my God. All right, listen. That's enough, all right? I want to talk about this damn debate. You macabre pieces of fucking dish rag whore trash. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's take a little review. Since everybody out there thinks one way or the other, here's some of the highlights that happened in the debate so we can somewhat review them. All right, let's go ahead and do that, all right?
That for $1.
And there's Denominator. What's going on, Denominator, man? We'll get to your videos once again at the Ghost Show, which will probably be either Friday or Sunday. But I'm going to try to make it Fridays because I know that everybody likes a Baller Friday Ghost Show, and I didn't do it last Friday. So we'll see. It depends on how this show goes, all right? But anyway, let's put the PC shot on, and let's look together.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, God.
How are Ghost and the Twin Towers similar? They both fell off years ago.
Oh, fuck you, man. What are you talking about? I am the underground. What are you fucking talking about, man? I'm listened to by tens of thousands of people throughout the world. So for you to sit over there and talk that crap, go fuck yourself, man. I am the underground of the internet, you piece of shit. Anyway, play this, all right? This right here is the Harris-Trump debate highlights. Now, right off the bat, did you see that Trump didn't even want to acknowledge Kamala Harris and didn't even want to shake her hand? Kamala Harris was the aggressor on this handshake. Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate. Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing.
Now, look, I am not for Kamala Harris's domestic economic policies at all. All right? So anybody who says that I'm pro-Harris, I'm absolutely not. I think her economic policies are along the lines of progressive with a toe tap, no pun intended, in centrism. But in actuality, it is all progressiveness. And by the way, take a look at Trump, dude. He looks stoic. It looks like he's on something. I don't know. I mean, there was something wrong with him last night.
We know that we have a shortage of homes and housing. And the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people.
I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. They had the highest inflation perhaps in the history of our country.
Now, I have to correct Trump on this. The whole reason why inflation happened at the end of your administration and it continued into this administration is because of you. It's because you decided to throw the printing presses on. You decided to put America into $8.4 trillion in deficits in one tenure. This is the reason why we are in inflation. So come on, Maine. And Alexander the Resurrection, I'm not acknowledging that disgusting fucking rumble rant.
I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else. The people of our country are absolutely dying with what they've done.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, here we are. I'm a shill now.
How far did the Democrats shove their playbook up her ass that her shilling for Harris now?
I'm not shilling for her. I've told you all this time and time again, okay? Trump, I did not want him as the presidential nominee of the GOP. I told everybody that this is the way it was going to go. That's why Trump and all you magatards are desperate. I mean, that silly-ass cat meme was a sense of desperation that I have never seen a political party have to go through. I mean, talk about ridiculous copium. It was an embarrassment that you people out there posted all these ridiculous cat memes, and that's the essence of MAGA. Right? That's the essence of it.
9/11 isn't something to joke about. I find it plain disrespectful.
Yeah, fuck you, snakes, all right? And Bob Filshin, it looks like Trump is pissed because he has been compromised and has to continue this campaign. That's a very good assessment there, Bob Filshin. I do agree. But once again, I just want to reiterate that everybody out there that's in MAGA land, MAGA country, I mean, you're talking about the most amount of copium I've ever seen since Hillary Clinton. Since the fucking followers of Hillary Rotten Clinton. This idea of using cat memes and all these MAGA mouthpieces, which are now, at least most of them, being paid by Russia, we're out here putting these stupid cat memes, save the cat, cat this, cat that. It was ridiculous, man. And then all the MAGA movement is about, oh my God, look at, we're triggering leftists because of my cat memes. The cat memes, fucking ridiculous. All right? Fucking ridiculous. And it shows an element of desperation that I have never seen in politics before since Hillary Clinton, since her fucking copium fucking group. Jesus Christ. And Stooges Rule said, Ghost, I want you to know how much you support 9/11 survivor victims. I lost my dad that day, and he was the greatest pilot out of Saudi Arabia. Listen, I am not going to continue this goddamn show if this is what you're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if you people are being paid by fucking Donald Trump and the PayPal mafia right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, I like what Harris did here. She challenges people to go to a MAGA rally and to hear the kind of ridiculous rhetoric that Trump is actually advocating at these rallies. He's not talking about policy. He's talking about all kinds of weird shit. And I thought this was something that, you know, kind of irked Trump. All right. There was a few things that irked Trump. This was one of them.
I'm going to actually do something really unusual.
This was one of them.
I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter.
All right, what?
9/11 was fucking hilarious. On that day, I was laughing my ass off when I saw the second tower hit the World Trade Center. My sides were gone seeing those people fall. Based Osama
This
bin
is
Laden.
horrible, dude. Look, this is why I didn't stream the debates last night. Do you see why? This is why I did not stream the debates, because it would have been unwatchable. That's why, if you want, the kind of serious content, like you wanted to hear some actual assessments of what was going on in the debates in real time, you should join the True Capitalist Radio chat room so we don't have these stupid four-flushing troll terrorist pieces of fucking spaghetti-eating shit that are out here ruining it for everybody, all right? They're ruining it for everybody. So let's play what Kamala says about Trump here,
It's
all right?
a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies.
Now look at how she turns to him and then puts her hand to her chin, because she was baiting him. She was baiting him. This is the only time, except when he started talking about Russia, the only time that I actually saw Donald Trump get animated in any capacity. All right? And this just goes to show you the ego of this guy. Who gives a shit about the size of your rallies, you idiot? This is a debate, and probably the only debate that you're going to have, because you don't want another one after this one, apparently. This is time for you to lay out policy on what you're going to do for the American people. Who gives a shit about your fucking size of your rallies, dude? You're feeding in to what these Democrats are setting you up for, you idiot. This goes back to the DNC convention when Obama compared the obsession of Trump and his crowd size to his pecker shaft size. And this is how he goes off. Look at how animated he gets. It's the most animated that he gets in this debate until he starts talking about Russia.
She can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, people that came.
Now, you see, this idiot, this goes to show you that Trump doesn't even listen to his own people. Now, these dumbasses in MAGA country laid out at least 24 hours to 48 hours before this debate this ridiculous cat meme. Now, for all those that don't know, let me refresh people's memory. All right? We actually had every MAGA-tard that's probably being paid by Russia push this ridiculous idea of cat meme. Like, save the cats, because they propagated this idea that Haitians out there in Ohio somewhere were eating people's cats or some shit.
What is the difference between 9/11 and a professional gardener? One is an outside job. Why did only a few people laugh when Bush made a 9/11 joke? Because it was an inside joke.
Dude, that's enough of this goddamn crap! That's enough! Anyway, put the PC shut on. This is what I'm talking about. Every one of the MAGA mouthpieces had some bullshit like this. Save our pets. Save the cats. Every MAGA mouthpiece, you name them, they were pushing this cat bullshit. Even Alex Dumbass Jones was pushing this crap. And I said, what kind of political strategy is this? Is this an attempt to rectify the childless cat lady remarks of J.D. Vance? This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
Genders are like the Twin Towers. There used to be two of them, but now it's just a sore subject.
Oh, good. Just shut the fuck up already, all right? Now, look, did I see that, body cam footage from the police officers somewhere in Ohio of some nutcase woman that looked like they were eating some cat? Yeah, that was one time. One time I saw that, and they have now translated this into it's a happenstance out there in Ohio, which has already been debunked. All right? And what I don't understand is that these fucking magatards, the Laura Loomers and, all these people, they're trying to push this narrative that, nobody ever ate cats when Trump was around. Nobody ever ate cats. Nobody ever did anything like that. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I mean, is this what you're running on? I mean, is this all you've got? A fucking cat meme, for Christ's sake? And now look, I'll be honest with you. Okay, maybe they're not eating cats, but take a look at what's happening in liberal California right now. Take a look at this. A man in California was charged with killing 81 animals in a 3-hour shooting spree. All right? So, I mean, why don't we highlight this idiot? Why don't we highlight what's going on in California? It's a bunch of shit. All right? This cat meme is a bunch of shit. And it's a proof of desperation by the goddamn campaign. And going back to Trump, once again, he didn't even know it was a cat meme. He was referring to dogs. So that just goes to show you how disconnected Trump is. Everybody in the MAGA movement was fucking promoting this stupid cat meme. And he doesn't even know it was a cat. He talks about, they're eating dogs out there. They're eating dogs.
Out of exhaustion
Oh, my
and boredom.
God.
So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So
I mean, this sounds ignorant as shit. The people on television, why don't you give a specific name, specific people? I mean, the people on television. Oh my God. And what's going on? Red Eyes Black Dragon with a Rumble rant. Make sure to get your free Trump gold bars from Rumble. All right, thanks a lot.
maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager.
This is what you're going to run on, Trump? Or, seriously, look at, he's even closing his eyes and taking a deep sigh. Like, I can't believe I just said that shit.
Manager says there's no evidence of that.
For 52 years, they've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states.
Now, Trump walked right into this debate with the goddamn abortion issue. And I don't understand why Trump just doesn't say, look, I don't have any more to say about abortion. Look, it was because of me and my picks for the Supreme Court that reversed Roe v. Wade, and now it's a states-based issue, and I don't have any opinion upon it. All right? It's no longer a federal issue. And he just refuses to do that.
And through the genius and heart and strength of...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's worse than George Bush doing 9/11? Jeffrey Epstein doing 9/11s.
Oh, you fucking sick piece of shit! Are you kidding me?
I'd buy that for
Oh, my God.
We talked about Kennedy eating and being infatuated with roadkill. Now the whole MSM is talking about immigrants eating cats. Why are we going down this Kennedy sick route? /skip to November please. Also, grid men is now grid women.
Yeah, no shit. Very good point, Jatario. We went from trying to brush under the rug
I'd buy that
that
for
RFK has a roadkill fetish. Hold on, this is an audio file. Here's an audio file, folks. I don't know what this is.
There was. Yeah, I know. 9/11.
What the hell? You're laughing? Who's laughing at this?
Fucking
Skip that shit!
I'd buy
You
that
fuck!
for $1.
Very much not surprised Ghost is defending these Haitian niggers.
Hey,
There
hey!
have been locals at city council meetings saying these Neanderthals have been eating ducks and geese from their local pond.
Oh, okay. Now it goes from cats to dogs. Now it's ducks and geese. All right, so Do you see how the narrative is just all of a sudden changed? I mean, it went from, oh, they're eating pets, oh, they're eating dogs, oh, they're eating cats. Now they're eating ducks and geese. I mean, look, I'm not trying to justify Haitian people doing weird, primitive shit by any means. I'm not very big fan of Haitian immigrants, I'll be honest with you. But running with this, thinking that this is going to gain you any kind of traction in America at this point, makes you sound like an idiot. It makes you sound like an idiot. And the reason he's running with this, as I've been telling you all time and time again, there is nothing different between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump outside of foreign policy and tax nuances. All right, that's about it. That's why Trump has to harp on this immigration issue, because that's all he has. That's all he has. And the big one, noob, fuck you. That's why we don't hear about your dog. Fuck you, dude. Anyway, play the rest of this.
6 Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that.
When Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law.
And that's what all the women want to hear. That's all the women want to hear. Because the Democrats have turned abortion into women's health care or reproductive health care. And this has become an issue that is going to motivate every one of these bimbos to go out and vote. This is why I did not want Donald Trump to be running for the Republican Party. I knew this shit was going to happen. I knew it. I knew this cycle was more centrist. Why do you think Kamala Harris is trying to go a more centrist route as opposed to a progressive route? Jesus Christ.
Can't wait to use the newest racial slur, duck eater. Hey, you Haitian duck eater. Get out of the pond, duck eater.
I mean, dude, don't people go duck and geese hunting anyway? I just don't get, it doesn't make sense, all right? You notice how the goalpost went from, oh, they're eating our dogs and cats, and now it's, oh, it's ducks and geese. And you see, once you start, the narrative starts slipping away like that, you lose credibility with the average, everyday American Joe six-pack. And Red Eyes Black Dragon, just a reminder that Haitians also eat mud off the ground. Yeah, I know, mud cakes. I get it. And Winston Fujimori, hello, Ghost. It's my birthday in a few weeks. As a part of an early birthday gift, can I get remodded? I will give you a remod after the show. I forgot to do it. Anyway, I promise not to be a super chat dark side. All right, we get it. Thank you. I appreciate it, Winston. And we'll hook you up soon enough, all right? Anyway, let's go ahead and listen to the rest of this.
They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have...
Now, this is another ignorant statement by Trump. Now, first of all, he makes reference to an old governor that is no longer in power that made this really ridiculous radical statement about potential post-birth abortion. Now, the bad part about it is he doesn't even say the right state. He says that it's the governor from West Virginia when it's actually the ex-governor of Virginia that said this. And none of this has even been into law. Like none of the post-birth abortion or aborting babies at 8 or 9 months, that isn't law yet. And if he was going to bring this up, he should have brought this up in the context that this is in the works. If the Democrats get a federalized abortion bill, they're going to make it all the way to 9 months. I mean, we've had people that were Democrats, an ex-governor from Virginia, saying that he wants post-birth abortion, but that's not how he presents it here, and he sounds like an idiot.
Abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
That bill would have put more resources to allow us to prosecute transnational criminal organizations for...
Now, here is where Kamala Harris throws that border bill that I knew was going to be thrown in fucking Trump and the Republicans' faces when the Democrats initiated it in late May, early June of this year. I remember talking about it as it came out. I said, look, the Democrats are setting them up to cut off this fucking immigration issue, and she's right. All right, the Democrats put every grievance that the Republicans had about immigration into this bill. All right, they paid patrol agents, paid border wall, redefinition of the asylum definition, the elimination of chain migration, the elimination of the lottery system within immigration, all that shit. And yet what she does is say, look, we had it on the table. But because he made a phone call to his freedom caucuses out there in Washington, D.C., nothing was done about the border. And look, I think that she has a valid point here, even though I don't really agree a lot with what Kamala says. She's absolutely correct, because I made the comment. That, look, just because the Democrats initiated the legislation, if it's going to solve the border issue, then why not just, compromise? Because that's what we used to do back in the old days of government. Why don't we compromise and say, all right, let's do this for the sake of the country? But instead, all right, it shows that Trump doesn't have any principles. All right, he doesn't truly care about how many immigrants are coming into the country. He truly doesn't care about how porous the border is. All right, he doesn't care, because if he did, he wouldn't have made the call to his Freedom Caucus buddies out there in Congress and shut the bill down. Shut the bill down.
To put more resources to allow us to prosecute transnational criminal organizations for trafficking in guns, drugs, and human beings. But you know what happened to that bill? Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress, and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
They allowed terror.
That's exactly right. And by the way, that's all this guy harped about the whole fucking debate. Even when they weren't even talking about the issue of immigration, that's all this guy talked about. As I stated, if you would have played a shot drinking game every time he mentioned, they're coming into our country, they're horrible, these immigrants, he said it so many times you would have had alcohol poisoning. And Chaser Bibbs with a Rumble Rant. Ghost, who would you have picked for the Republican nomination? Well, I didn't like the current fucking crop of idiots that we had. All right? I mean, there wasn't much to choose from. Now, the only reason I said that Chris Christie should run and be the nominee is because I knew that this goddamn election, 2024, was going to be a centrist election. And if you were going to be a part of the cringe fringe, you weren't going to get very far. And that's why you're seeing such desperation by Trump, not just in this debate, but throughout the whole campaign. Throughout the whole fucking campaign.
They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers, to come into our country, and they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you.
I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted.
And of course, she's throwing the
national
prosecutions
crimes,
up in his face.
Economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. What we know is that this war must end. It must.
Now, they're talking about Israel and Palestine here.
End immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that.
She hates Israel. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make
the fact that Trump is out here saying that Kamala Harris hates Israel, I mean, that should make many of you MAGA people, which are already somewhat anti-Semitic, feel funny in the pants. I mean, I know Prince, he's a part of the TCR chat, and he's not a big fan of Israel or any of that. And once Trump was saying, she hates Israel. She hates them. She wants them destroyed. There's not going to be an Israel if she's elected. I mean, it made Prince feel a little funny in the pants and be like, well, you know what? I'm going to vote for fucking Kamala Harris then. Anyway, play the rest. I'm sorry. I just had to say
very
that.
important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party of hers. She wanted to go to the sorority party.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about
Now, I don't believe that. All right? I don't believe that. They are definitely going, I wouldn't say you're going to come after your guns per se, but there's definitely going to be another Brady bill similar to that was passed by the Democrat-dominated Congress and the President Bill Clinton in the 90s. And if y'all don't know what the Brady bill is, look it up, all right?
this stuff.
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
But
You know
those-
that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
Aldi's upside down ball sack and a-hole.
God, you have a Jewish cock so far up your ass I can see the foreskin wiggling in the back of your
What the hell are you
throat when
talking
talk.
about?
Haitians are savages. They have debarked all the trees on their island.
Hey,
they eat and
I'm not negating the fact that Haitians are not the greatest group of people. All right? I'm not. I said it already. They're not my favorite group of people. Them and Somalians, I would prefer we have a very small limit when it comes to them coming into our country. I get it. All right? What I'm telling you, magatards, is that's not what you're not going to run on that. You're not going to win an election by claiming that a bunch of immigrant Haitians in Ohio are killing people's pets to eat them. All right? You're not going to win an election like that. I know many of you magatards refuse. Y'all are at the lowest end of coercion and facts and pictures of facts. You could show them to you and you will refuse to believe them. You are at that point of demoralization at this point. Now, what I did like about Kamala Harris was foreign policy. All right? Was foreign policy, and I'll get to you in a minute there, drunk Aussie. This was probably the best part of the debate. I'm not joking around. This was probably the best part of the debate. Now take a look at how animated and, how alive and energized Trump gets when he starts talking about Russia, and take a look at what Kamala Harris defines as not just the Ukraine-Russia situation, but America's dominance as a superpower in the international community. I'm telling you, this is my favorite part of the debate. Take a listen to this.
Their democracy, that it's in America's best interest to do so, arguing that if Putin wins, he may be emboldened to move even further into other countries. You have said you would solve this war in 24 hours. You said so just before the break tonight. How exactly would you do that? And I want to ask you a very simple question tonight. Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I want the war to stop. I want to save lives that are being uselessly people.
See, this is a very abstract statement, all right? And if you don't want Ukraine to win, why don't you just say it instead of beating around the bush about it?
I'd buy that for $1.
What is your favorite Public Enemy song? Mine is 9/11 is a joke.
Oh, gee. Listen, dude, I'm going to end this fucking show if y'all don't cut the crap. Jesus Christ, you people. Anyway, as I was stating, this is just a bunch of abstract crap. All right? He's not going to describe how he's going to solve this problem. All right? On the contrary, all he is doing is simping. Look at the face he's making. Play it.
Being killed by the millions. It's the millions. It's so much worse than the numbers that you're getting, which are fake numbers. Look, we're in for 250 billion or more, because they don't ask Europe, which is a much bigger beneficiary to getting this thing done than we are. They're in for $150 billion less because Biden and you don't have the courage to ask Europe like I did with NATO. They paid billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars when I...
That's great, Trump, but you don't even like NATO. You've already said at one of your rallies that you would encourage Russia to hit NATO countries. So why are you taking a victory lap for convincing NATO to come up with their end of the purse? I don't get it.
said, either you pay up or we're not going to protect you anymore. So that's maybe one of the reasons they don't like me as much as they like weak people. But you take a look at what's happening. We're in for 250 to 275 billion. They're into 100 to 150. They should be forced to equalize.
That's not what the moderator asked. The moderator asked if you want Ukraine to win the war. That's what he asked.
With that being said, I want to get the war settled. I know Zelensky very well, and I know Putin very well. I have a good relationship, and they respect your president, okay? They respect me. They don't
what the fuck does that mean? They respect the president. They don't, what kind of ego is this? This is the kind of shit that Obama used to claim. I mean, that's how he ran in 08. You remember? His whole foreign policy was, hey, they'll love me, is literally the foreign policy of Obama. And take a look at how that worked. Take a look at how that worked. I mean, during Obama's administration, we were laughed at by the international community.
That spear chucker Kamala Harris lied through her teeth so much last night that I'm gonna go drive my dad's.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that shit. You sick son of a bitch. Anyway, play the rest of this.
Respect Biden. How would you respect him? Why? For what reason? He hasn't even made.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Mega Max, come on, man. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What? What is this crap? Oh my God. Shut up! Jesus Christ, man. Listen, this is going to be a short show if we're going to continue to do this, all right? This is going to be a short damn show. And Red Eyes Black Dragon ghost bang Shaka Khan in the 80s? What the hell does that mean? Anyway, play the rest of this.
Made a phone call in 2 years to Putin. Hasn't spoken to anybody. They don't even try and get it. That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. If I win, when I'm president-elect, and what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, I'll get them together.
I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, and get them together.
Why is 9/11 remembered only one day but gay pride last for a month? Because being gay is a bigger tragedy.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Play the rest of this.
That war would have never happened. And in fact, when I saw Putin after I left, unfortunately left because our country has gone to hell. But after I left, when I saw him building up soldiers, he did it after I left. I said, oh, he must be negotiating. It must
look at how animated he is here compared to the whole other debate. You know, seriously, he's excited when he talks about Putin. Give me a break with the fucking Ruski-loving shit. And Camaro RS09, even though I disagree with your takes, I enjoy listening and cheers. Well, thank you, Camaro RS09. I'm not trying to say anybody needs to agree with me. This is America. You're supposed to believe what you want to believe because that's what America is, all right?
Be a good, strong point of negotiation. Well, it wasn't, because Biden had no idea how to talk to him. He had no idea how to stop it. And now you have millions of people dead, and it's only getting worse, and it could lead to World War III. Don't kid yourself, David. We're playing with World War III, and we have a president that we don't even know if he's... Where is our president? We don't even know if he's a president.
And just to clarify
they threw him out of a campaign like a dog. We don't even know. Is he our president? But we have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Oh, God, doesn't know he's alive. And Lazy Dude 27, remind me why Putin is bad again? He's a fucking jerk. What are you talking about, man? We took him in as an ally, remember, after 9/11? Remember Bush Sr. went out, invited him to Crawford Ranch. They rustled around in the hay and shit. Remember when Bush Sr. came out and said, I saw into his soul. I saw into this man's soul. And guess what? In 06, all right, Putin decided that he was going to invade Georgia, the country of Georgia. And the only reason that he pulled back was because he realized that George Bush Jr. was such a wild card that he would actually probably send in reinforcements, American reinforcements, to back up Georgia. So
buy that for $1.
He pulls back, all right? He pulls back from that, okay? Then in 2009, when Obama came into power, Obama and Hillary Rotten Clinton, who was the Secretary of State, tried to do a reset, all right, with Russia and tried to kiss their ass and tried to do everything for them. And guess what? That was such a sign of weakness that Putin thought, I can just go in and take Crimea. And that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what he did. And what did we do? We didn't do a goddamn thing. And then Trump came into office, and the only reason that, obviously, the only reason that Russia didn't do anything during Trump's administration is because Trump is a Russian simp. I mean, that's just plain and simple. And that's why he didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, it was a holding pattern for Putin to eventually do what he eventually did during the Biden administration, which is invade Ukraine.
Buy that for $1.
So there you go.
This is the type of shit that you sipped for 4 years, Ghost. Now you've betrayed Trump just like you did DeSantis and sound like a Democrat. You should be ashamed.
Just shut up, all right, you moron. All right, shut up. There's no betray Trump. What is Trump representing, you morons? There is no what do you think Trump is going to do when he's elected president? I mean, seriously, you people are idiots.
What were the names of the twins that died in a plane crash? Towers. What was the last thing to go through the minds of 9/11 jumpers? Their ankles. A kid in the back of the class yelled Jenga. The class was watching a 9/11 documentary.
All right. Real funny. All right, real fucking funny. And trolly bastard, either criticize Kamala as equally as Trump, or I'm going to assume you're a DNC. I don't give a shit what you assume, dude. All right? Why don't you take your nose out of Trump's asshole? All right? He doesn't stand for anything anymore. All he stands for is simping for Russia. That's it. What else does he stand for? He's already gone back on abortion. He's already gone back on legalizing marijuana. All right, he's not a pro-gun president. He was the first guy to infringe upon gun rights with not only the bump stock ban, but remember the statement, we go in, we take the guns, and we'll ask questions later. All right, so what are you people holding on to when it comes to this fucking guy? He has no fiscal conservatism. He has no moral values, no moral principles whatsoever. What the fuck are you people holding on to, for fuck's sake? Oh my God, man. And you people wonder why y'all are being replaced by a bunch of immigrants. I mean, when you can't come to a rational conclusion based upon the facts and evidence, it goes to show you that you people are not living in reality.
Buy that for $1.
You people are not living in reality.
What is the New York fireman's favorite song? T.S. Raining Men.
All right. Look, I think I'm going to end this broadcast. All right. I mean, seriously. I mean, I get it. You know, you people are still trying to relive 2016, the meme wars and shit. It's 2024, you losers. And if the best meme that MAGA can come up with is a fucking cat meme, then the meme game is gone for Trump and all you meme warriors that thought that you were going to talk about the meme wars later on in the future. It's gone. It's over. If all you can do is come up with a cat meme in hopes of trying to convey other people on the sidelines to go on your fucking side, it's idiocy. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Play the rest of this. Let's see. This is what kind of got me a little okay with Kamala. If she's going to be president, I know she's going to continue the foreign policy that has been the policy implemented by Antony Blinken.
Time is up. Just to clarify in the question, do you believe it's in the U.S. best interest for Ukraine to win this war, yes or no?
I think it's the U.S. best interest to get this war finished and just get it done.
Right. What does that mean?
Negotiate a deal, because we have to stop all of these human lives from being destroyed.
I want to take this to Vice President Harris. I want to get your thoughts on support for Ukraine.
Now listen to this. I mean, what she says here.
I'd buy that for $1.
What time does a Muslim go to bed? He usually crashes at 9/11.
All right, dude. Hey, don't. Anybody who says RG in Rumble, kick him out. Kick him the fuck out. I'm not doing radio graffiti today. All right? I mean, I'm not even able to get through what I'm trying to convey here because you fucking people are probably being paid for by Russia, all right? Via some MAGA 401c or some shit, all right? To fucking sit here and disrupt my show, all right? You people don't deserve a goddamn thing. As a matter of fact, I mean, you people are a fucking pathetic waste, with all due respect. Any one of you people that are out here trying to say that I'm the one with the problem, you need to look in the mirror, because all you're doing is going for a cult of personality. The only values and the only policies that are different between Trump and Kamala are the foreign policy and tax nuances. All right? That's all there is to it. I mean, you people are holding on to something similar to what you idiots do when it comes to your toys that you used to play with when you were a fucking stupid homosexual looking kid. All right? The same way you do with your cartoons. You know, you can't let it go. You can't let it go away. All right? You got to embrace it. You got to obsess over it. That's exactly why we're in the position we're in, because you people don't know how to differentiate logic from fantasy.
Get to the part where they discuss the livable wages. This is why Europe is better than America.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, play the rest of this.
This moment, but also as commander-in-chief, if elected, how would you deal with Vladimir Putin, and would it be any different from what we're seeing from President Biden?
Well, first of all, it's important to remind the former president you're not running against Joe Biden, you're running against me. I believe the reason that Donald Trump says that this war would be over within 24 hours is because he would just give it up. And that's not who we are as Americans. Let's understand what happened here.
Listen to this.
I actually met with Zelensky a few days before Russia invaded, tried through force to change territorial boundaries, to defy one of the most important international rules and norms, which is the importance of sovereignty and territorial integrity. And I met with President Zelensky. I shared with him American intelligence about how he could defend himself. Days later, I went to NATO's eastern flank, to Poland and Romania. And through the work that I and others did, we brought 50 countries together to support Ukraine in its righteous defense. And because of our support, because of the air defense, the ammunition, the artillery, the javelins, the Abrams tanks that we have provided, Ukraine stands as an independent and free country. If Donald Trump were president, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv right now.
Oh.
And understand what that would mean, because Putin's agenda is not just about Ukraine. Understand why the European allies and our NATO allies are so thankful that you are no longer president and that we understand the importance of the greatest military alliance the world has ever known, which is NATO, and what we have done to preserve the ability of Zelensky and the Ukrainians to fight for their independence. Otherwise, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv with his eyes on the rest of Europe, starting with Poland. And why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Vice President Harris, thank you. We've heard from both of you.
He's even smiling because he knows that she just gave him a slap. She just gave him a slap there, a schooling on foreign policy. A fucking schooling. I did not expect that out of Kamala Harris, I'll be honest with you. All right? I did not expect that out of Kamala Harris.
You on Ukraine tonight. Afghanistan came up in the last hour. I wanted her to respond to something you said earlier, and I'll
you see, I can't stand that MAGA is out here complaining that ABC was biased. I mean, did you see how many times Trump talked over the muted microphone and they allowed him to talk anyway? Give me a break.
A minute here.
Putin would be sitting in Moscow, and he wouldn't have lost 300,000 men and women, but he would have been sitting in Moscow. Quiet, please. He would have been sitting in Moscow much happier than he is right now. But eventually, you know, he's got a thing that other people don't have. He's got nuclear weapons. They don't ever talk about that. He's got nuclear weapons.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody ever thinks about
Who
that.
gives a
And
shit?
eventually, maybe he'll use them, and maybe
Use them! Hey,
but
hey, they're not going to use them. And if they are, then do it. All right? I'm fucking tired of hearing from Russia, from China, we're going to use our nukes. Well, then do it! Then do it! I don't think you're going to do it. You don't have the balls!
he does have that. something we don't even like to talk about. Nobody likes to talk about it. But just so you understand, they sent her to negotiate peace before this war started. 3 days later, he went in and he started the war because everything they said was weak and stupid. They said the wrong things. That war should have never started. She was the emissary. They sent her in to negotiate with Zelensky and Putin, and she did. And the war started 3 days later.
She never met Putin. She's never met Putin.
What does Drew Bledsoe and the Twin Towers have in common? They both got taken out by 2 jets.
Ah, fuck off.
And that's the kind of talent we have with her. She's worse than Biden. In my opinion, I think he's the worst president in the history of our country. She goes down as the worst vice president in the history of our country. But let me tell you something. She is a horrible negotiator. They sent her in to negotiate. As soon as they left, Putin did the invasion.
President Trump, thank you. You did bring up something. You said she went to negotiate.
Hey, hold on, trolley bastard. I can't believe people listen to TCR openly anymore because I don't want people thinking I'm watching liberal news. Then don't listen! All right, trolley bastard? Go suck Trump's cock, all right? All right, you have no values. You have no fucking moral principle. You have no fiscal conservative views. The whole reason why I want Trump to lose is because not only do I want Trump gone from the GOP, I want the Freedom Caucus gone. I want all these pro-MAGA idiots gone so that those of us that are still Republicans, those of us that have values will take over the goddamn party and assert some values and some fucking new policies to our platform. All right, we're going to take control of the Republican Party once these magatards are unelected, once they're no longer in power. Once they're no longer in power. And that's when we'll implement true Republican values again. All right, but we got to get rid of this Trump. We got to put him in the past and never fucking remember him again. All right, he has been a devastating negative to the Republican Party. He hasn't won shit since 2016. Everybody who he's backed up as a candidate has lost. I don't know why we're still going along with this charade. I have no idea. And five-finger prostate punch, for someone that isn't going to vote, you seem oddly fixated on Democrat white knighting. I've already explained to you, I don't want Trump elected. All right? I don't want Trump elected. I want him and his magatards unelected from the Republican Party, and I want to pick up whatever's left of the Republican Party and move forward. All right? And forget that Trump was even a part of our party. That's what I want. All right? So there. I've told you. I don't want Trump elected. All right? He betrayed me. He betrayed Julian Assange. He betrayed everybody that helped him in 2016. And I find it ironic that you assholes out here are putting Trump on a pedestal, and the guy who gave him the 2016 election, Julian Assange, by leaking the DNC emails to show what kind of a criminal organization the DNC is, he didn't even pardon him. He didn't even give a shit on whether or not he was going to be in jail for the rest of his life or not. He's a sociopath, Trump is. And anybody who's loyal to him, he's not loyal to them if push comes to shove. I mean, why don't you ask the My Pillow guy who lost everything, all right, because he believed in Trump? Why don't you talk to all these people that are going to jail and ask whether or not they believed in Trump? All right, he's loyal to nobody. That's why everybody who used to work in his administration don't want to have anything to do with him, and they're all selling him out. They're all selling him out. How come he didn't pardon Julian Assange? It took fucking Joe Biden, a Democrat. The same Democrats that Julian Assange unearthed their emails, their personal emails. A Democrat had to pardon Julian Assange. How come he didn't pardon any of the January 6 people? He's claiming that he wants to do it now, but he said a lot of things he was going to do in 2016 that he didn't do. All right? Instead, who did he pardon when he left office? He pardoned Kodak Black, the rapper, who, by the way, is about to go to prison again for all the dumb shit he does. All right? He pardoned Lil Wayne. That's who he pardoned. So for all you people that are out here that are pro-Trump, I just don't get what the fuck you people are still hanging on to. You people are a victim of a cult of personality. There's no values in Trump. There's no policies in Trump. He's not advocating anything that's any different than Kamala, with the exception of tax nuances and foreign policy. That's it. He's not going to stop LGBTQ from reading to 5-year-olds in libraries. He's not going to stop this influx of, transgenders in every facet of our fucking lives. He's not going to stop any of this shit. He's not going to stop any of it. So I don't understand what you people that are on the right are thinking is going to happen when this guy's elected president. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? He doesn't even have the credibility of his party. I mean, he needs a coalition of people to be able to achieve all this bullshit that he's saying that he wants to pass, but he doesn't even have the credibility to build a cabinet. He doesn't even have the loyalty of people to do anything with. He can't even keep secrets within his own campaign. So give me a break, man. Be real with yourself here. And Five Finger Prostate Punch, can you please explain this we and us are? You ain't no one. Let me tell you something. Five Finger Prostate Punch, you're just some kangaroo banging idiot, all right? That, has to do what a bunch of dykes that are in your parliament tell you to do, all right? I mean, seriously. I mean, half the people that are in the parliament in Australia, I wouldn't be surprised if they fuck dogs, all right? What is it?
Will you service my schmeckle?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Vladimir
Shut up.
Putin.
All
Vice
right.
President Harris, have you ever met Vladimir Putin? Can you clarify tonight?
Yet again, I said it at the beginning of this debate, you're going to hear a bunch of lies coming from this fellow. And that is another one. When I went to meet with President Zelensky, I've now met with him over 5 times. The reality is it has been about standing as America always should.
Yes.
As a leader,
As a
upholding
leader.
international rules and norms.
Yes.
As a leader who shows strength, understanding that the alliances we have around the world are dependent on our ability to look out for our friends and not favor our enemies because you adore strongmen instead of caring about democracy.
Oh.
And that is very much what is at stake here.
Jesus Christ, what?
We appreciate your interest in our campaigns and we thank you for your support of our President Kamala
Jesus
Harris.
Christ. All right. Jesus Christ. And Five Finger Prostate Punch, how is this any different to the bullshit in U.S. politics at the moment? Well, I mean, I can still talk shit about my leaders and not get banned or get I didn't have to take a vax, and get put into some concentration camp or whatever the hell you fucking people did over there in Australia. All right? So come on, Maine.
The President of the United States is Commander-in-Chief, and the American people have a right to rely on a president who understands the significance of America's role and responsibility in terms of ensuring that there is stability and ensuring we stand up for our principles and not sell them for the benefit of personal flattery.
She hit the nail right on the head, because there's no other motive for Trump to be such a simp for all these dictators other than the fact that he likes the flattery. Because, I mean, unless they're paying him, which I wouldn't be surprised, since we have heard that many of these MAGA mouthpieces like Tim Pool and such are being paid by Russia, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Russian money going into Trump at this point in time. I mean, by the way, I don't know if y'all been looking at Jack Smith, the special prosecutor by the DOJ. He has refiled a new, I believe it's a motion, and it's a classified motion that only the judge and he can see. So a lot of speculation on whether or not that is something to do with Russian payments or whatever. But look, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But anyway, let's take a look at what the betting people say after this debate. And, everybody in the True Capitalist Radio chat room was keeping up and monitoring the betting odds, because that basically tells a better tale than a bunch of polls. And take a look at this. I mean, come on, Maine. I mean, betting is, they got Kamala Harris winning for sure out here. After this debate, it's horrible. This was a horrible debate. I don't care how you MAGA people try to cope. This was a horrible debate. This was nothing like the 2016 Trump. I mean, it doesn't even look like the same guy. It doesn't even look like the same guy. I mean, who's behind, like, putting the preparations for Trump? Who was behind this fiasco? And then when you find out who it was, it all comes clear now. All right? Put the PC shot on. Donald Trump preparing for debate with help with sex trafficking Matt Gaetz and fence sitter Tulsi Gabbard. So it all comes clear now why Trump didn't act like the 2016 Trump at all. You know, the 2016 Trump, he acted with confidence. You know, he had his head high. You know, he wasn't afraid to confront people. He had very quick quips. You know, he understood what to say. I don't know what happened to this guy. And he looked horrible last night. He didn't even want to look at Kamala Harris. He just looked straight ahead. I mean, he looked a little zonked out of his mind, if you want my opinion. That's why I said the only time he actually became alive, the only time he actually became animated was when he was discussing Russia. When he was discussing Russia. So if we're going to put the blame on the very bad appearance at the debates on anybody, you got to put it on Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard. All right? You got to put it on Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard. It all comes clear why this was such a horrible debate. Now, what has happened after the debate, all right? Well, obviously Trump, much like most of you magatards, are parroting the same thing. Trump demands ABC be shut down for daring to fact check during the debate. They should be shut down. You see, this is a typical reaction to this guy. Are you kidding me? Shut down. We're going to shut them down. Oy vey, shut it down. Because they fact-checked me on a debate. How dare they? And look, it's not just Trump parroting this bullshit, all right? It's not just Trump parroting this bullshit. It's also the MAGA mouthpieces out here. Take a look at this. Not only are they saying that ABC should be shut down, they're talking about, I'm talking these MAGA mouthpieces, to criminally charge the ABC moderators. I mean, what kind of language is this, for Christ's sake? I didn't think that the moderators were that bad. As I stated, they allowed Trump to break that mic mute rule countless times. I have no idea where this whole bias bullshit is coming from at this point in time. But as you can see here, what's the response by Trump? Oh, we've got to criminally charge the people that didn't, I don't like the way they moderated the debate, so we got to lock them up. We've got to lock them up, for Christ's sake. And what is this, five-finger prostate punch? Is this the same as you say during the shows banning people that fact-check? Nobody fact-checks me, five-finger prostate punch, all right? All I have is a bunch of troll terrorist cuckold connoisseurs that are flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on a keyboard thinking they're talking shit, all right? So shut up. But once again, all right, MAGA mouthpieces talking about criminally charging the ABC moderators, all right? All right, and guess what? This isn't the only thing that they're coming out with, all right? I mean, it gets worse and worse. Trump is just, he's fucking a loose cannon. Now, after the debate, believe it or not, Taylor Swift, all right, the biggest pop star in the world, finally came out and said that she is now pro-Kamala Harris, that she's voting for Kamala Harris. And what did Trump do right away? Take a look at this. Trump says Taylor Swift will pay the price in the marketplace for the Harris endorsement. I mean, does this guy actually think that he has this much clout? This is the biggest pop star in the fucking world. She's been on a world tour for like 2.5 years, for fuck's sake. I mean, do you think that these fucking young kids that are obsessed with this broad, you think they're actually going to be like, oh my God, she's for Kamala, not for Trump. I'm not buying her crap. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, God, man. Can you get off yourself there, Trump? Seriously, man, can you just get off yourself, please? Jesus Christ. And bullshit, five-finger prostate punch, all right? Bullshit. Bullshit with that Rumble rant. But here we go, folks. Once again, Trump thinks he's that important that because Taylor Swift decided to take her constitutionally protected right to support whoever she wants. She supports Kamala Harris, and as a result, she's going to, quote, pay for it in the marketplace. All right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking Trump. What is your problem, man? What is your problem? And guess what? Not too many people were happy with the debate that owned Trump media. Did you see? Look at his fucking shares today. Symbol DJT. Did you see this? Trump media shares sink to a new post-merger low after the presidential debate. So everything going wrong. I know many of you MAGA people are going to sit here and try to cope and are going to try to sit here and continue to say that, I don't know, Trump this or Trump that. But everything that I'm showing you is absolutely not good. All right? Absolutely not good. And that's all there is to it. I mean, come on, man. You got to stop coping. This was not the same Trump from 2016. This is a shell of himself. A shell of himself.
The unique thing about Muslim sex dolls is that they blow themselves up.
Oh, my God. Dude, listen, I'm not going to continue to do this shit. If you people are going to do text-to-speeches and do this foul-mouthed crap. Oh, my God. All right. Anyway, once again, Trump media shares are at an all-time low. And they're probably going to get even lower because Trump is going to sell out. He's going to fucking sell them all. What are you talking about, all right? He's going to sell them all. Put the PC shot. I'm going to acknowledge some of these buy me a coffees here. We have turkey taters. Oh, yeah, here. This is one of my turkey taters. Hold on, wait a minute. Megamax. AIDS Boy, there's a 2002 Spider-Man teaser that has a shocking detail in it. If you look carefully, when the helicopter is webbed. Well, look, I'll take a look at that one because you got me curious there, Megamax, and I did leave you hanging on the last Ghost show, so I'll make an exception for you. What is this crap? Hold on, what is this? Put the PC shut on.
Clint.
What is this crap? What am I looking at here exactly there, Megamax? The Spider-Man trailer? The Spider-Man trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. Get your head down, get your head down.
What am I looking for here, man? Nice old-ass phone.
Clear. Okay, go, come on. Go. Like candy from a baby. Yeah.
All right. Now, the chopper's about to get webbed, right? Uh-oh. All right, I'm looking. What, am I missing something here? Oh, no! 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 Oh, my God. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You know, I should have not. You know, I'm done, dude. I'm fucking done with this fucking show. All right? I'm out here trying to, give you guys a true capitalist radio show, and all I have is a bunch of troll terrorists talking shit. And especially on 9/11, you macabre pricks, on 9/11. Jesus Christ. And turkey taters, how far was the Democrat playbook shoved up your ass that you turned liberal? I'm not a liberal, you fucking jerk off. And what's going on to Denominator? I will get to all your videos, Denominator, on the next Ghost show, which, I don't know, after this show, it may be Sunday. I don't know. I'm going to try to do it Friday, but it may be Sunday. I have no idea. All right? You people are pissing me the fuck off. I can tell you that right goddamn now. We got TCR equals Mickey Mouse Operation. God bless Al Qaeda for gifting us the hilarious 9/11. I'm not saying that. Drunk Aussie, an American walks into an Irish pub. He asks the bartender for an Irish car bomb. The bartender grimaces, "Excuse me?" The man smiles. "It's a drink. You don't have those? Irish car bombs?" The bartender lights up and replies, "Oh, I have something similar. One moment." He takes He then takes 2 tall shot glasses side by side, fills them up with vodka, and lights them aflame just for you. The American frowns. What the hell is this? I call it the 9/11. I'm sorry, folks. I'm really, really sorry. Mad Thad in the house. I've been to about 5 Trump rallies since 2020. People leave early to beat the traffic. Oh, is that why you're coping? Is that what you're coping now? Come on, Mad Thad. Nobody is going to stand around for hours to leave after 20 minutes. I always stay until he leaves, and it's hell getting out of whatever makeshift parking lot they have set up. Also, see how Kamala dances around the black question. She will not state if she's a black woman. Haitians ate Templeton. There you go. See, that thanks a lot, Mad Thad, all right? Yeah, way to, kind of pour salt in the wound there. And Five Finger Prostate Punch said 9/11 equals dying. Look, I've had enough of this crap, all right? You people are just pissed. Y'all are coping because I'm telling the truth, all right? You people are coping because I'm telling the truth. And, since Trump was talking about Venezuela during the debates, did you hear what he said is going to happen if by chance Kamala Harris wins the election? Did you hear what he said? Take a look at this. Trump suggests he'll flee to Venezuela if Harris wins the election. Unbelievable. I mean, he was just talking about how Venezuela is sending all their fucking immigrants over here, and now you've got this guy claiming that he'll leave the country and move to Venezuela if Kamala Harris wins the election. What the fuck is going on? That's why I'm saying this guy's completely unhinged. And I knew he was going to be unhinged before the primary started. I knew it. I fucking knew it. So, how Americana of this guy, huh?
I'd buy that for
How Americana of this dude. Unbelievable. And I'll get to those buy me a coffees in just a second. But, I mean, how are you going to cope with this one there, magatards? How are you going to cope with this one? Jesus Christ. And look, people will say, oh, I'll leave too. Y'all are sounding like these fucking cringe Democrats when Trump was elected. All right? How it all goes full circle, man. How it all goes full fucking circle. Unfucking believable. Once again, Trump suggests that he'll flee to Venezuela if Harris wins the election. That says a lot. I mean, isn't that a commie? Isn't that a dictator? I mean, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I mean, it doesn't end there. I mean, Trump, he just continues, to come with more and more fucking news. Did you take a look at this? If this doesn't say that he regrets choosing J.D. Vance as his vice presidential nominee, I have no idea. All right? I have no idea. Take a look at this. Trump calls for modifying the 25th Amendment to make it possible for him to remove a vice president. Oh! I mean, why did you choose him to begin with, Trump, if you don't like the bastard? Seriously, why did you choose this guy if you didn't even like this bastard? And just like I told you all, folks, I'm talking J.D. Vance, was selected for Trump. And who selected for him? Well, right after the assassination attempt, it was his sons, it was Tucker Carlson and the chattering class and the PayPal mafia that forced Trump to pick J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is the, I guess, otter-filled lover boy of one Peter Thiel. So this is why J.D. Vance was forced upon Trump, and it goes to show you that Trump really isn't in charge. He really isn't in charge. Why would he choose one of the worst vice presidential picks in American history? It makes no fucking sense. And with that being said, why is he even advocating this if he didn't like J.D. Vance to begin with? I mean, I'm telling you, man, it just gets worse and worse for this guy. That's why I didn't support. That's why I don't want to support him. That's why I didn't want to support him, for Christ's sake. Oh, yeah, and by the way, he's making more threats, too. Did you hear about this? Put the PC shot on. Trump vows to go after campaign donors in a threat over election fraud, citing 2020 skullduggery, and calls for a constitutional amendment targeted at Kamala Harris. I mean, this is all this guy does at these goddamn rallies. It's a cringe session. It's an utter cringe session. Instead of talking about policies, which many people would like to hear, what Trump is going to implement as policy that's going to help them and their lives. No, he just goes off on these tirades. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And like I said, if it isn't that, if it isn't like him talking out of his derriere, it's, once again, Russia connected to this. Now, I told you that Jack Smith is filing something secret in an a circuit court, in which only the judge and Jack Smith can view the evidence of that case. And I speculate that it could be something related to this Russia funding that has afflicted many of the MAGA chattering class. We'll take a look at this. Trump makes shocking promise after ex-advisor charged in Russia scheme. Now, his shocking promise is that he's going to end the war in Ukraine and Russia. He's going to allow Russia to do whatever it wants. All right? And this is right after his ex-advisor has been charged in this whole Russia scheme, for Christ's sake.
How does an Arab farmer find his goat in the sand dunes? Very satisfying.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, dude. Look, I'm getting tired of this. All right? I'm really getting fucking tired of this crap. All right? I deserve more respect than what the fuck you people are giving me, man. Enough of the damn text-to-speech crap. Enough! I'm over here giving you guys a damn show. I was thinking about giving you guys a damn ghost show on fucking Friday. You can kiss that shit goodbye. Jesus Christ. Anyway, once again, Trump being pro-Russia even after his ex-advisor is charged in a Russia scheme. What a shock. Now, look, aside from Trump, the Republicans aren't doing very well either. You know, at the end of this month, folks, the government runs out of money. And right now, in the House and in the Senate, they're talking about what it's going to take to keep the government running. And the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, actually had something going, all right, to help this funding of the government. But take a look at this. House Speaker Johnson pulls government funding bill after GOP support collapses. GOP support collapses. Now, the whole idea of why this is collapsing is because the GOP wants something put in the bill called the Save Vote Act? The Save America Act? I forgot what it was called. But it has something to do with supposedly trying to confront voter fraud. And, of course, many of the folks on the left and some on the right, they're not necessarily for this to be added on to the funding of the government. So now the whole goddamn funding bill has been trashed. Now, in my opinion, folks, this would be unbelievably devastating for Trump if the Republicans can't come up with some compromise in order to fund the government until after the election. Because right now, if the government plays, or I should say, the Republicans play obstinate when it comes to this government funding bill, they're going to be looking like the bad guys. They're going to be looking like the bad guys. And let me tell you, that helps Kamala Harris. That helps Kamala Harris. So, once again, even though the Republicans have control of the House, what the fuck have they done in the House of Representatives? They haven't done anything. The only thing that the Republicans have gathered around on is that anti-First Amendment bill that, prohibits any kind of criticism of Israel. Y'all remember that? That's the only thing that the Republicans all coalesced behind was this anti-First Amendment, can't criticize Israel bill. That's it. And you expect the Republicans to take the House again after this 2 years of absolute nothingness? You expect them to take the Senate as well? I'm telling you, and I've said it right when Trump was nominated as the GOP presidential nominee. I said that the GOP were going to lose not only the presidential election, but every election down the board, they are going to lose. And that's when the opportunity for those of us that have values, that have moral principle, that want to bring back some fundamentals to the Republican Party can come back and take it over. We can take it over. And I can't wait for that day to happen. I can tell you that right goddamn now. I can't wait for that day to happen. Anyway, let's move on, folks, all right? Let's transition, no pun intended, from American politics, and let's go over a little bit of international relations, all right? Now, since they were talking a lot about Ukraine and Russia, let's talk about it, all right? Now, yesterday, Ukraine made a very abrasive offensive. Take a look at this. Ukraine hits Moscow in huge drone attacks, sparking apartment buildings blaze, wrecking dozens of homes, and killing at least one woman in a shock blow to Putin. Now, as you can see, the Ukrainians are getting more brazen when it comes to hitting inside the border of Russia. And as I said on the last show, Putin is now open to the idea of peace negotiations, even though 2 weeks before that, he claimed that he was going to fight to the end. And as you can see, I just don't think that Putin really has much time left. I got to give him credit. He's a survivor. I mean, he's had over like almost 30 years to solidify himself as the stronghold in Russia. But I just don't think, how much longer can he put up with this? I mean, the more and more Ukraine hits with inside the border of Russia, the less powerful, the more weak Putin looks, not just in the international community, but also in his own population. So, unbelievable, for Christ's sake. And wait a minute, national burger chain. Dude, fuck off, you people in the chat room. Look, stop calling me AIDS burger, you piece of shit, all right? Jesus Christ, man. I'm over here trying to, give you guys some insight on what the fuck is going to happen out here, and you people keep fucking pointing a point of emphasis on fucking AIDS burger. Don't call me AIDS burger, you piece of shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Take this shit off. Now, look, even though the Ukrainians hit up Moscow with a bunch of drones, it seems as if Russia has responded. Did you hear about this today? Take a look at this. Russia appears to have launched an initial major counterattack against Ukraine in Kursk. All right? So now...
I'd buy that for $1.
Fucking snakes.
What do Tehran and Hiroshima have in common? Nothing, yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? I need to smoke, folks. All right? I got to smoke some tobacco, all right? I'm doing me right now. I'm sorry. I mean, I can only take so much of this crap. Especially you macabre people doing this text-to-speech shit about the fucking tragedy of 9/11. I mean, how the fuck can you people sleep at night, huh? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm smoking tobacco, folks, all right? And once again, I scored this tobacco from a Mexican kid that sells candy apples on the corner.
I'd buy that for $1.
What is it, Nambla?
Thank the United States of America for protecting us and the gays performing sex acts in public. Two Towers was
Jesus
definitely worth
Christ.
it.
Are you fucking kidding? Are you guys fucking kidding me, man? Question.
Are we going to talk about the debate from last night?
Dude, shut up, all right? You're saying that to piss me off. I've already gone over the debate. I've already gone over that shit. Barry
When
Stanton.
will you get to the India hate segment of the broadcast?
Oh,
Talk
God.
about why they are stinky and grape women on the street.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Also
we're...
getting dysentery from their food since
Dude.
hygiene is non-existent.
What?
Poo in the loo.
Dude, why are y'all fucking doing this, man? I mean, I want to have a serious conversation about, politics here. I already went over the damn debate. I'm talking about Russia now, and you people continue to call me AIDS burger. Like, what the fuck, man? Don't call me AIDS burger, man! Jesus Christ. Look, please excuse me, all right?
I'd buy that for
fucking
$1.
Mr. Nguyen. What?
GI. Your country have abandoned you, GI. GI.
Jesus
The Great
Christ.
Dimensional Merge arrived, GI. Wear the Vietnam Medallion, GI. Defeat Trump with Vietnam, GI.
Can you shut up,
burn
Mr.
down the
Nguyen?
9/11 memorial to destroy AIDSburger once and for all, GI.
God, you fucking
we
piece
go
of
in
shit.
future, GI. For men.
Don't call me AIDS Burger! Christ!
What do you call a Muslim who owns a camel and a goat? Bisexual.
Oh my God. A camel and a goat Dude, fucking, can y'all fuck off, please, all right? Seriously, can you all just piss off, please? I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, you rose-butted asshole having, used condom sucking, sphincter fingering, enema bag cleaning, cuckold connoisseur pieces of shit. Fuck off! I'm gonna take a smoke, and please excuse the shit out of me. I'm doing me right now. I'm smoking tobacco that I got from the Mexican kid that sells candy apples on the corner, all right? Give me a smoke. Jesus Christ. Please excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm taking a smoke here. That's it. Gotta hold it in, let it hit the brain, all right? Now I'm gonna get back to my fucking news in a minute, but I'm sorry. I'm getting a lot of troll terrorists and cyber vermin in the text-to-speech, which I don't really appreciate. All right? I don't appreciate one bit, so I'm trying to smoke some tobacco to take the fucking edge off, for Christ's sake. And by the way, I'm being raided over there in Kick. What's going on to the raiders in Kick? You want to know what everybody in the chat room is doing? Raiders from Kick, you want to know what they're doing? They're doing this. All right, that's what they're doing. So I hope you enjoy yourselves, all right? And disregard the fuckers that are calling me AIDS Burger, all right? Don't call me AIDS Burger. Anyway, once again, Russia appears to have launched an initial major counterattack against Ukraine in Kursk. So let's see if that is going to yield anything effective. And let's see when Blinken finally meets with Zelensky, that he allows Zelensky to use long-range missiles on these Ruskies, all right? Let's see. Let's see what happens, all right?
I'd buy that for $1.
What?
Why were the Twin Towers upset? Cause they ordered a pepperoni pizza, and all they got was a plane.
Oh, can y'all fuck off with those stupid fucking jokes, please, for Christ's sake? Anyway, with that being said, let's talk a little bit more about Russia, because they're in dire straits right now. Remember, they're reliant a lot on China. And even though they try to, at least Russia and China, they try to talk a big game, right? They come out and they're like, Russia could combine with China in the face of a threat. All right, but China has done nothing for Russia. China has not aided their military, has not given them military armaments, hasn't done anything for them. The only thing that they've done is traded with them. And now, because China wants to get back in the good graces of America in order for them to start making money again, they're trying to distance themselves financially from Russia. And one of the things that they're doing is, first of all, they're not paying their debts to Russia. So whatever outstanding debts they have to Russia, the Chinese have stopped paying it. And another thing that China has done is stop sending yuan, Chinese yuan down there, which is not a good sign for the Russian economy either. Take a look at this. Russian banks say they've run out of the yuan as Chinese firms pull away from the nation. So that's why I've always stated, folks, that this whole Russia-China, it's all optics for the international community. And China's in a desperate situation, just like Russia. And China needs to find a way for them to somewhat save face in their neck of the woods while at the same time bowing down to America in order for us to start buying their Chinese crap again. Because that's what's happening with the Chinese economy, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But once again, Russia not doing too good, doesn't really have the help of China. So this is why you've got Russia now accepting payments now in Bitcoin and crypto, believe it or not. All right, and if it isn't that...
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is it, Mr. Nguyen?
Black man. Your country no love you, black man. It very good idea to leave a sinking ship GI. Vietnam better food, Vietnam better than China. You go Vietnam GI, but you fight? We kill you GI.
Oh, Jesus
we do to
Christ.
West.
I have no
We do
idea
to
what the
Chinks.
hell this is about,
Total
for Christ's
China
sake.
death. V.
Jesus Christ. Oh, great. President J.
The results of your medical exam are in. You unfortunately have AIDS, Mr. Andy Albine.
Oh,
Coupled
Jesus
with your
fucking
Asperger's
shit.
syndrome. You unfortunately have AIDS, Perjure, Andy.
God damn it, man. Stop calling me AIDS Burger. All right, that's pissing me off. Stop calling me AIDS Burger. Listen, for all those that are wondering why these idiots continue to call me AIDS Burger is because when I was on the Ghost Show, they always troll me that I go to some stupid local gay club, which I don't, called the Pegasus, all right? And I told them that I would never go into the Pegasus.
I'd buy that.
Oh, Jesus.
Keep promoting our burgers. We should be able to open again soon. Our burgers, you turning people trans, we will be able to turn them all whole trans.
Fuck you,
First
dude.
the Green Revolution, next the Goyim.
Fuck you. All right. I said the only reason I knew that the Pegasus was a gross club was because I got a burger from this fucking place that was there before the gay clubs, by the way. Luther's Burgers had been there for 60 fucking years. All right? Way before the gay clubs. So I told the trolls that that's why I know about this club. And then they looked into Luther's and they found out that I guess they have fucking drag shows there or whatever the fuck. And now they're claiming that I got an AIDS burger from Luther's, and now that's what these fucking idiots are calling me. They're calling me AIDS Burger, okay? They're calling me AIDS Burger because of this. So let me just give you 411 on that. Anyway, put the PC shot on. You're a capitalist waifu, oldie but goodie. Genders are like the Twin Towers. There used to be two of them, and then the Jews got it. All right, I'm not fucking saying that, all right? And we've got Denominator. Okay, here's what has appeared in my head on the log. I had a dream when you were on Earth's core, and you were on a very strange, uncanny path to nowhere, and so I traveled the path further and further. It was very unclear, but it seemed to get worse, and the more I traveled, then it all went black. Then a couple of seconds I saw something I should not have even seen. I saw redacted. Then I passed the first dimension level of the world. The further level you go, the more twisted and far from reality everything gets. Came across a fake planetary solar system with all the planets in the same orbit distance without going at any speed, and with no sun, yet there was still light from above. I played on the planets until a dark distance started coming my way, so I had to move. Then I got sucked into somewhere so fast I got thrown into a second dimension. I got put into some house where everything was reality bent and all put into put in the wrong places except for the couches. So I pretend I was dead there for a while a Ubigio was running around the house. It did not kill me because I thought I was dead, or it thought I was dead. Then it ran in pivot to lock the doors. Dude, what am I reading here? What am I reading? Put when I look back after I locked, it broke the lock. So I had to bash it to death. I then ascended above the house, and I then saw the house was completely surrounded by the ocean as it was on a small island, and close to it was a volcano 5 times the size of Olympus Mons. And then I saw a porch on the edge of the island. It flings me so far, so high, it flinched me into the volcano, and I was being flinched for some reason. I was already higher than that volcano, and there was still atmosphere. Then it took 2 hours to drop me in all the way, and then 5 hours, I reached the bottom. Then I entered Dimension 3. To be honest, I can't even remember what happened because AI started to gain my conscious back, so I have to end it there. Putin should die due to what he has done to an amazing country. We need a better leader for Russia. Get rid of Putin. All right, the only reason I did that for Denominator is because Denominator, he's donated a lot here recently. So I would not read that obnoxiously long message. Let's just put it that way, all right? And Tretchman, Ghost is right, the Republicans will lose, but he's wrong about this being an opportunity to restructure. What will happen moving forward in between the Dems solidifying their vote by mail policies and importing populations that will be reliably voting for them? I don't understand why you think that people that come into this country are going to vote exclusively for Democrats. I don't understand that. Is that why they will rise to a semi-permanent control of the federal government and we will enter a state of a dominant party rule where other parties like the Republican Party will occasionally win local elections but will always be 20 or 30 percentage points back in anything big, similar to the United Russia relationship to all the small political parties in Russia elections? It's time to prepare for a new paradigm. Dude, Tretchman, I think that you're going a little off keister, if you want my personal opinion. All right? None of that shit's going to happen. Jesus Christ, man. Some of you people, man. I mean, they've said that many times during many presidents, and everything's just fine. All right? So just calm your ass down. Anyway, let's get back to Putin here. Amidst all the adversity that I just mentioned earlier that Putin is going through, take a look at this. Vladimir Putin terror as leader faces coup and loyalists turning on the Kremlin.
I'd buy that for $1.
Dude, listen, Vox, I'm not doing links, okay? I'm going to get off this show. I'm getting off the fucking show, all right? I'm getting off this show. I'm over here trying to do this fucking broadcast, and you stupid, dumb, idiot tards think it's the Ghost Show, for Christ's sake. This is not the fucking Ghost Show. Jesus Christ, you fucking people, man. I mean, I'm over here, I'm shooting pearls at you fucking people, man. I'm shooting pearls. I'm trying to spark synapses in the brains of folks. And yet, what do I get? I just get nothing but a bunch of fucking troll morons that I wouldn't piss on if you people were on fire, fucking trolling me, fucking making macabre jokes about 9/11 and all that shit. And all that shit. So anyway, let me take a smoke here, all right, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, all right, because nobody gives a shit. It's already 7 p.m. over here anyway. You know what? I'm gonna go kick it in the True Capitalist Radio member chat. I had a great time with those people yesterday, viewing the debates. No fucking trolling in there, all right. There's no drama, none of that shit. All right, none of that shit in there. And I appreciate being in there. And let me tell you something, everybody that's in there is going forward in their lives. You know, we had a few people that went in there that were trolls, you know, that were outward trolls. When they came into the damn chat room, they became productive members of society. They're fucking working. They got a social life now, all right? And that's all I want. That's all anybody wants in the True Capitalist Radio member chat, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I just want to separate you fucking trolls from the people that want to do something with their lives. I get it. You think that your life is just a pile of crap. I get it. When you look in the mirror, you think that you're looking at a tub of shit. I get it. All right? But let me tell you something. There's folks out there that don't want to be losers like you. All right? That don't want to be pathetic piles of human protoplasm like you pieces of shit. So that's all there is to it. Look at the links. They're relevant to the show. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to look at them.
Why can't the UK and the USA play chess anymore? Because one lost its queen and the other lost its 2 towers.
Oh, gee, you know what? You fucking guys. I'm telling you. I mean, can y'all just give me a fucking break here for a second, for Christ's sake, man? You guys got to give me a fucking break. Between the AIDS burger and the fucking 9/11 jokes, I mean, come on! Come on! Jesus Christ, give me a smoke here. I can't believe I'm taking all this crap.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh my God, fucking, what are you fucking talking about? Hold on, I gotta take a smoke here. And we got Megamax with a Rumble rant. But why are you doing videos when you want something serious? You never want something much serious. What the fuck does that mean?
So you're saying that Luther's is the Pegasus origin story, from seeded buns to seeded buns?
Y'all fuck off with this AIDS burger shit, man. I'm really getting tired of this crap, man, all right? I'm really getting tired of this crap, man. Don't call me AIDS burger for the fucking 1,000th goddamn time. Don't call me AIDS burger. Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a fucking smoke. That's it. Gotta hold it in, let it hit the brain. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, I do want to go into the fucking True Capitalist Radio member chat. I had a great time with those folks in there. And, you trolls, y'all are just a bunch of fucking four-flushing, used dental dam licking, piggish power bottom having, dirty Sanchez loving, Cincinnati bow tie receiving, cunt tonguing, blue ball blowing, rose-butted asshole having pieces of dog shit. All right, that's all I got to fucking say about that. And Vox Artificial's the red rose of Tex AIDS. Look, just stop fucking donating to me, all right? How about that shit? Why don't you people just fuck off? Why don't you just fuck off and leave me alone? And what is this? What is this crap? What is this fucking garbage? All right, look, these are fucking... I don't know what the fuck this is. Listen, I don't want to do fucking links, dude. Shut the fuck up! And what is this? Arrogant bastard. Damn, it sucks I missed the show. I'll have to rewatch it. Have a badass night, Ghost. Cheers, my dude. Well, thank you, arrogant bastard. I appreciate that, man. And wait a minute. What is it? Your capitalist waifu. Why are you posting copy pasta of what the hell Oddcast said about N-word Danny? N-word Danny. Why are you doing that? Your capitalist waifu. And look at the people in the chat rooms are saying, end it, AIDS burger. End it, AIDS burger, by the way. Jesus Christ. I deserve more respect. I'm just saying, I deserve more respect if you want my fucking opinion, all right? I was going to do a ghost show this Friday. I think we can fuck that off. We can forget about that shit. Are you kidding me? So I may just wait till Sunday. I have no idea. I'm not even joking. Give me a smoke. That's it. Gotta hold it in, let it hit the brain, all right? Hold it in, let it hit the brain. All right, I was talking about Vladimir Putin, how, things are not going his way, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to something else, I guess, because... I don't know. Whatever. Now, I talked about last week, we had the Deputy Secretary of the Secretary of State office go and visit the Chinese, and particularly Xi Jinping, in order to mend fences, and it didn't really look like anything yielded from that.
I'd buy that for $1.
Denominator, please do it. Dude, I'm not doing it Saturday. Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely 100% not, Denominator. I will not do a Saturday show. I love Saturdays. It's combat sports, it's boxing, and it's my day off. I do nothing on Saturday at all except for grill steaks or, smoke meats, you know what I mean? And hang out with my friends and my family. All right, that's what I like to do. And Five Finger Prostate Punch, a show closed due to AIDS. And Vox Artificials, check links, AIDS. I don't want to check the fucking links! All right? I don't want to fucking check. I don't want to fucking check shit. I'll check it when I do a ghost show. Oh, God.
For $1.
Why did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? Because he had low self-Epstein.
Low self-Epstein? Jesus Christ. Look, I'm getting out of here, dude. I'm out of here. All right? You people are just... I'm not playing this game with you, Vox. You're a fucking tard. This is not the Ghost Show. And many of you people are thinking this is the fucking Ghost Show, and I'm not doing this shit.
For $1.
Oh, he means Friday, brain fart. Yeah, I'll do it Friday. I'll do it Friday then, Denominator, all right? Because I certainly do not want to sit here and continue to fucking pander to these tards on this show, all right? I'm not doing fucking links. All right, I'm not doing links. This is not the fucking Ghost Show, you stupid fucking morons! And Eddie 324758, hey Dad, sorry I'm late. Why are you so upset, Daddy? Chill. Dude, I don't give a shit. All right? Anyway, I'm out of here. I don't know when I'm going to do another show. All right? I'm going to go kick it in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. All right? Go to buymeacoffee.com/GhostPolitics and join the True Capitalist Radio member chat room, okay? I mean, you would have been able to participate in the exclusive coverage of the debates that yours truly and everybody in there appreciated and enjoyed. I do all those kinds of events. I'm also giving a card a month. Collect them all. All right, the first one is going to be yours truly, which I'm going to mail out here in about a week or so to all the members. Every member gets a free trading card every month. All right, so a lot of good stuff going on in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. And plus, there's no trolling. There's no trolling in there. All right, there's no trolling. There's no internet drama. There's none of that garbage. It's pure serious conversation. It's pure people trying to support each other in hopes of getting themselves better the next day or the next week or the next month or the next year. You know what I'm saying? And wait a minute, five-finger prostate punch. Stop being a big cheesy lump. Dude, I'd like to do the Ghost Show the way, I like to do the True Capitalist Radio Show the way I like to do it. I don't like fucking sitting here and thinking that you people can fucking throw shit at me and I'm supposed to just jump and do what you're telling. No, this is not the Ghost Show. So instead of fucking sitting here and playing games with you tards, I'm going to exit stage left and get the fuck out of here, all right? And Purple Juice 38, hey Ghost, I'm just chilling and still in the area of Hurricane Francine. Well, bunker down, man. Cheers, dude, all right? And Vox Artificial's TCR paywall chat equals Ghost AIDS Exchange. Yeah, real funny. All right, anyway, I'm out of here, all right? I'm going to be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room here in about 20 minutes. I'm getting out of here. Fuck all you people, seriously. I'm over here trying to give you guys, like, I'm sparking synapses. I'm trying to, provide substance on this show, and all you people want to do is put about 3 or 4 fingers in your shit funnel, gyrate it counterclockwise, and be a bunch of troll terrorist scumbag, 4-flushing piles of human protoplasm that should be flushed down a goddamn dirty diarrhea fucking shit bowl. All right? I'm out of here!